Yo, yo, yo. What's good, family? It's your boy DJ Universe, and let me just say, welcome back to the Dream Hustle Podcast. We're here to vibe, to learn, to grow, and today, oh man, we're taking it back. We're talking about a track that really holds the weight, the emotion, the history, the culture. I'm talking about T.R.O.Y. They Reminisce Over You by the one and only T.R.O.Y and C.L. Smooth. Now let me tell you, this is more than just a song. It's like a timeless piece of hip-hop history, a masterclass in storytelling that cuts right through, straight to your heart. You feel what I'm saying? It's got that raw emotion that only comes from something real, something lived. You know what I mean? And here's the thing. It's not just about the music. It's about the legacy. It's about how one track can capture a moment, a memory, and still resonate decades later. Who else can do that, right? So, strap in, y'all, because we're diving deep into why this masterpiece still hits every single time you press play. All right, so check it. Hip-hop in the 90s was transformative. It wasn't just music. It was our truth, our voice, our everything. But along with all the highs, man, there were lows too, like heavy ones. And this is one of those moments that hit the whole community hard. I'm talking about the loss of T.R.O.Y, Troubled T.R.O.Y Dixon. Troubled T.R.O.Y, man, he was part of Heavy D and the Boys. That crew had the vibes, the energy, songs that made you feel good. But when T.R.O.Y passed, unexpectedly, it left like this huge void. It wasn't just one of the fellas. He was family, you know what I mean? A brother. And when you lose someone like that, it's like the whole world stops for a minute. T.R.O.Y and CL. Smooth, they felt that loss deep. It's that kind of pain that doesn't stay quiet. It has to come out somehow, some way. And that's what they did. They channeled all that love, that grief, into something real. They created They Reminisce Over You, a tribute that was personal, yet it spoke to millions. Like, you didn't just hear it, you felt it. And here's what's wild. It's not just a track about loss. It's like a celebration, too. A way to keep T.R.O.Y's name, his memory, alive forever. I mean, that's powerful, right? To take something so painful and turn it into something timeless. So, let's talk about what makes this track hit different. The sound. T.R.O.Y, man, this guy is a genius. Like the way he builds this beat. It's got that soul, that melancholy. It stays with you. He takes this sample from Tom Scott's Today. You know, that saxophone riff that's so haunting. It's like it sinks right into your chest. And this is the thing about Pete. He's not just making beats. He's crafting an emotion, a vibe. That saxophone, it's not just there to sound nice. It creates this atmosphere that wraps around CL Smooth's lyrics. It's like they're working in perfect harmony. You know what I'm saying? That blend of jazz and hip-hop, it wasn't common back then. This was the early 90s, right? And Pete was out here setting the standard, not just creating a beat, but a whole new lane for jazz rap. The sound is timeless. It's like you play it now and it still feels fresh, like it just dropped yesterday. Honestly, that's what separates legends from the rest. Taking something old, like that jazz sample, and flipping it into something completely new, completely theirs. It's art. It's hip-hop at its finest. And that's what makes this track unforgettable. You feel me? Now, let's dive into CL Smooth's verses. Man, his pen game is something else. Like, when he writes, it's not just words on a beat. It's a picture, a memory, a whole mood. CL, he's taking you on a journey. Every line feels personal, like you're walking through his life. You feel me? He talks about family struggles. Yeah, but not in a way that's distant. It's close. It's real. You hear him reflect on the weight of growing up, the people he's loved and lost, especially that pain of losing a close friend. You can feel it in lines like, man, it's like the words slice through you, but at the same time, they heal you. It's wild like that. And that's the thing. His delivery? It's raw. It's vulnerable. No filters. When you hear CL, it's like you can see the scene he's describing. You feel the emotions he's pouring out. He's not just rapping. He's connecting. That's a whole different level right there. It's that authenticity, you know? That willingness to talk about things that most people try to brush off. It's what lets the listener feel every single word. It's why this track doesn't just hit. It stays with you. All right, so let's step back and talk about what makes T.R.O.Y more than just a dope track. What makes it, like, culture defining. This song, it's one of those rare gems that doesn't just land. It leaves a mark. Decades later, it's still here. Still living in people's playlists, their hearts, their memories. You want to talk accolades? How about this? Rolling Stone put it in their 50 greatest hip-hop songs of all time, sitting pretty at number 12. And, I mean, when you hear it, it's no surprise, right? That's the kind of respect this track holds. It's like the blueprint, the gold standard for raw authenticity in the rap game. Something that made people sit up and go, yeah, hip-hop can do that. But of course, with all that greatness comes, well, conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like in 2012 when Lupe Fiasco tapped into that same saxophone sample for Around My Way. Freedom ain't free. Now, don't get it twisted, Lupe's track was fire. But Pete Rock? He had some things to say, and it sparked this whole dialogue about originality, about respecting the artistry of those who paved the way. Thing is, though, that's how you know a track like T.R.O.Y. Has real weight. It's not just a song, it's a standard. It forces everyone who touches it or even gets inspired by it to reckon with what it means to pay tribute versus truly innovate. And that's how you know this joint. It ain't going anywhere. Now let's talk about what makes They Reminisce Over You. Man, this is one of those songs that just never fades. You hear that first note and boom, you're back. Back in your feelings, back in your head, back in those moments that defined you. And it doesn't matter if it's your first time hearing it or your 100th. It hits every single time, like it's brand new. See, music like this isn't just about the sound. It's about the emotion, the story behind it. This track, it's like an open letter written with love, loss, and reflection. And when you listen, you feel all of that. It's like Pete and CL are saying, hey, we've been through it too. You're not alone. And that's the beauty of it. It connects. It speaks to you where you're at. And here's what really blows my mind. This track came out in 1992, but it still resonates today. Why? Because it's real. You know, there's no fluff, no cap. It's raw, it's honest, and that kind of truth doesn't age. That's why new generations keep coming back to it. Keep finding pieces of themselves within it. I mean, that's what art is supposed to do, right? To last, to transcend time. But it's also bittersweet, you know? It's a track rooted in grief, in saying goodbye to someone who meant so much. Yet at the same time, it's about celebrating life, the memories, the love. It's a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there's light, there's beauty. And that balance, that's what makes it timeless. As we wrap up, family, let's take a moment to reflect on what T.R.O.Y really leaves us with. It's more than a song. It's a blueprint, a reminder to keep it real in everything we do. Like when we're true to who we are, when we put our heart, our soul into our craft. That's when we create something that lasts, something that matters. Just like this track. It's wild to think about, right? A song born from grief and love, speaking across generations, making you feel seen, heard, connected. That's the power of authenticity, man, of taking life's struggles and turning them into something beautiful, something timeless. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for vibing with me, for diving deep into this journey through one of hip-hop's most cherished treasures. Y'all already know, this ain't just about music. It's about the memories, the hustle, and the love that shape us into who we are. All right, that's it for today, my people. Keep dreaming big, hustling hard, and remembering those who inspire us to be better every single day. This is DJ Universe, signing off. One love.